From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Thursday, January 15th. Before we get into our headlines this morning, question of the day was, these have been disappearing over the years, but 60% of Americans say they'd like to see them make a comeback. What are they? Answer was malls. One of our viewers got that right. So congratulations to them. And if you want to participate, just be sure to leave a comment on our 1011 Facebook post that we put out every morning for our question of the day. And we'll read off some of your guesses, then read off the answer at the end of 1011 this morning. Now, that being said, let's jump on over into our headlines. Starting things off on the international side, the United States has officially started selling Venezuelan oil. A Trump administration official said the U.S. completed its first sale of Venezuelan oil, valued at $500 million. Additional sales of oil are expected in the coming days and weeks. This comes in the wake of the U.S. operation to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro earlier this month. In the days following, President Trump made it clear he planned to tap into the country's vast oil reserves. Switching things over to your local headlines now, the man arrested by federal officers in the midst of a chaotic scene in Northeast Lincoln Tuesday is set to appear in court. Now, court documents are shedding new light on the situation. 25-year-old Juan Tlayton Mir Ellis of Mexico was arrested last October for domestic assault charges, but according to federal court documents, he posted bond and was released before ICE could take him into custody. Federal agents spotted him Tuesday, leading to the tense standoff that you can see here near 32nd and Orchard. Suspect was taken into custody for assaulting a federal officer. He'll be back in court in Lincoln today at 9:30. We'll bring you the latest information on our 1011 Now News app and over on our website. Your third story, the NU Board of Regents is meeting this morning to discuss a controversial $800 million proposal to acquire Nebraska medicine. This meeting had been postponed after nearly 36 senators sent a letter to the board expressing concerns about transparency. The Regents will consider a proposal in which Clarkson Regional Health Services would give up its 50% membership in Nebraska medicine. The deal would give full control of the health system to the University of Nebraska. Senators said they didn't have enough time to consider the deal's impact on our state, and asked for the meeting to be delayed to today, and that's set to begin at 9 a.m. Now, inside of this meeting, another story, there will also be an empty seat at today's meeting. This is the first time the board has met since former Regent Elizabeth O'Connor resigned after being charged in a DUI crash. Right now, Governor Pillen says he's looking for someone to fill the District 4 seat. And speaking of the governor, Governor Pillen will take the stage at the Capitol this morning to make his annual State of the State address. During the address, Pillen is expected to give us a look at some hot topics in our state over the past year, including the economy, property taxes, and unemployment rates. We can also expect a look ahead to plans he has for 2026. Immediately following the address, Pillen will hold a news conference and we'll be there to bring you everything the governor has to say. The address is expected to start around 10 a.m., but that could change depending on the legislative agenda. So a lot of news this morning and today that we'll be following. So be sure to just stay with us throughout this busy news day. Fifth story, and staying on topic with the governor. Last week, Governor Pillen posted this video showing Omaha State Senator Michaela Cavanaugh taking down several America 250 displays inside the Capitol. Now, Pillen is calling for a criminal investigation, labeling the actions as shameful and selfish. When we spoke with Senator Cavanaugh last week, she said she was following the rules, claiming nothing is allowed to be hung outside of legislators' offices. She also said she did not know what the displays were or why they were there, and later apologized to senators on the floor about this incident. Now, the governor issuing a statement saying, quote, as many Nebraskans and officials in the Capitol have expressed, if a private citizen had engaged in similar conduct, there would be consequence for such misconduct, end quote. Pillen is directing the Nebraska State Patrol Superintendent to refer the matter to Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. And wrapping things up with your final story in the sports world, legendary Husker Ndamukong Suh has been selected to the College Football Hall of Fame. He makes the 2026 class, which includes 18 players and 4 coaches. Suh is the 21st Nebraska player to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. He dominated as a defensive player at Nebraska, earning multiple awards and becoming the first defensive lineman in 15 seasons to finish as a Heisman finalist in 2009. Suh then spent 13 seasons in the NFL, culminating with a Super Bowl win with Tampa Bay in 2020. He will be officially inducted on December 8th. Now, if you haven't been to the College Football Hall of Fame, I recommend you take a trip down to Atlanta, Georgia. It is quite the place. They have quite a lot of things there, from all the different rivalries to kicking through the uprights, checking out all the college football helmets that are going on. It is quite the trip. I've been there myself, so very happy for this news for Suh. That's going to be your morning pulse, though, for this Thursday morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day before tossing things over to Brandon. It is our coldest start this week, possibly this year.
Good Thursday morning. Meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 1011 Severe Weather Center. Today is going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and we'll see our south-southwest winds becoming northwest this afternoon and early evening at about 10 to 25 with some gusts up to 35 miles per hour. It is going to be milder today. There will be a chance at seeing some rain and snow showers for this evening. Temperatures at noon in the low 30s to upper 50s across the state, coldest in far eastern Nebraska. At 4 this afternoon, upper 30s to around 60, warmest in the southwest. And at 8 this evening, temperatures look to be in the low 30s to low 40s. In Lincoln, for today, above average high temperature in the mid 40s. Enjoy it, because this may be our warmest day of the next 7.
From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.